Halo Infinite Season 5 is pretty amazing, and last night we streamed hours of it. Thanks for hanging out and enjoying, because this is easily the best season of Halo Infinite so far. Let's start with the new maps. Prism is absolutely gorgeous, and actually a pretty fun design. In the middle of the map, they placed the Pinpoint Needler, which is like this super needler. It locks onto players and blows them up in like 3 or 4 shots. It's kind of hilarious and amazing that they themed this map the way they did, put the Pinpoint Needler in the middle, and yes, I take back what I said, the crystals that explode, they're kind of awesome, all right? They don't actually really interact with the gameplay all that much, but I'm still waiting to see some cool clips of people blowing up enemies using the environmental stuff. Forbidden feels pretty big, and I don't know how it's weighted in the 24/7 playlist, but it did not come up nearly as much as Prism did. Kind of Delta Halo-esque vibes, and it's a big 3-lane style map with 2 tiers, and I'm not sure how this map is going to overall play when it comes to ranked. In social, it was pretty fun. You had long open sight lines, easy to access sniper rifles, but it also felt gigantic, and I'm going to need a lot more matches on it to really understand how the 2 levels interact with one another. Let's talk about the Bandit Evo. This is the new competitive starting weapon. It is essentially the Halo 5 Magnum. They took the Bandit rifle, they made a variant of it, and it has no kick, no bloom. The thing just is a beast. The only 2 bits of feedback I have is I was expecting a different sound effect for the Evo. It's still the same Bandit sound, and I don't know, it doesn't have that crispiness that I think players are looking for, and the reload time is just a little bit too slow. But I played some ranked, and I can tell you it is a totally different ballgame. Much more difficult to use than the BR, and when players have really strong strafes, the outplay potential with the Evo I think is far more than the BR. The Evo isn't just in ranked, it's also on Prism. Kind of confusing though, because they also have the normal Bandit rifle there as well. Frankly, I think this will make HCS a lot more interesting to watch. I mean, HCS was already really sick to watch, but this was going to amplify it even more. And in terms of how it feels, well, if you look at the gameplay, you can see it really is quite similar to Halo 5. And that larger reticle change, oh, well done. Last night, Halo Infinite also hit 18,000 concurrent players on Steam. I know those numbers aren't everything, but it's a great indication that a lot of players have come back for this season. The new game mode Extraction is not in any game modes other than quick play and ranked at this time, I believe. You can correct me if I'm wrong. So it was a little confusing not seeing that in the Prism Forbidden 24/7 playlist. Didn't get the chance to try it. I'll keep searching, and we'll see if we can get it in another night. AI in Forge is insane. So while King of the Hill Firefight is happening later this season, I think like November 14th, something like that, you can still find in customs Firefight game types and maps that the community has already built. We got to do a match last night, which was like PvE-VP, straight up like Warzone, and it was unbelievable. Getting to fight AI, also fighting enemy players, vehicles floating around. I really felt like we had jumped back in time to Halo 5, playing some Warzone. The community is going to be able to do anything here. Maybe sometime down the road, we'll see campaign-style maps being made with objectives and narrative design. And huge props again for allowing XP to be earned in custom games. There was a brilliant decision so that players are rewarded for spending time in the custom game browser. On the whole, I felt like performance with my older 1080 Ti rig was improved with this update. Normally playing custom games and hopping into forged maps, it would chunder quite a bit. It felt way smoother than any previous updates so far. I'm still getting shot behind walls, but it's not as irritating when the whole experience feels smoother. The only initial feedback I can share so far on the critique side would be the Battle Pass may end up being a little bit too short. We streamed for 3 hours here. Again, thanks for hanging out. And we got to rank 11 in just like 2.5 hours. Granted, I was using some double XP tokens, but does that mean if I play each day, we're going to wrap up this Battle Pass in about a week? Because that does seem a little bit too short. Obviously, things slow down when the challenges drop off, but we'll just have to wait and see how it ends up pacing. Also, the Halo 3 sniper rifle. It was in the store yesterday. It's gorgeous. I want it. But of course, it's part of a big, expensive bundle. Let players buy that weapon kit just on its own. It's amazing. We want it. I don't want to buy the whole bundle, so please, if there's an option to allow us to just pick that thing up, I would love it. And finally, you know this one, the 24/7 playlist, the featured playlist, it's always so sweaty. It was crazy sweaty last night when people are just trying to figure out Prism and Forbidden, so loosen up that SBMM a little bit on the 24/7 playlist, please. Those are really the only critiques I can think of at this time. I had a ton of fun. I think players coming back will have a great time with this season. There's so many things to go and do and play. If you're a returning player, don't miss out on Squad Battle, probably the best playlist in the game in my opinion. And absolutely go hop back into Ranked, try out the Bandit Evo, and let me know what you think of it. I'm really impressed so far. Cannot wait for the Halo 3 Refueled playlist and the real Firefight King of the Hill mode coming from them. I feel like they're way back on track, and this is encouraging. Really encouraging. If you want an even bigger breakdown of every single thing that is in Season 5, you can check out the video on screen here. Thanks for watching. Have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you again very soon.